Welcome back to Conversion Bible, powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you to run smart discount campaigns on your store. Test it for free on your Shopify store. Just land on the Shopify App Store now and test it for free. So today we're taking a deep dive into, Shopify landing pages, those crucial pages that can really, make or break your online store success. We're going to break down the psychology behind them, the strategy, and the nitty-gritty tactics that turn those curious browsers into paying customers.
Yeah, it's more than just design. It's really about psychology and strategy. And we're going to unpack, how to craft landing pages that resonate with your audience and drive those conversions that we all want.
I'm excited to get into it. I've seen firsthand how a killer landing page can make a huge difference.
Yeah.
But let's back up for a sec. What's the big deal about landing pages? Why are they so crucial for e-commerce success?
Well, think of it this way. Your website is like a bustling city, right? Full of distractions. A landing page is like a focused storefront, guiding your customer towards a specific action. And studies show that optimized landing pages can lead to a 30% increase in conversion rates. That's massive, especially in the competitive world of, online business.
30%. Wow, that's a game changer. What's the magic behind that? Why do they perform so well?
It's all about focused action. A landing page eliminates distractions and streamlines the customer journey. Instead of them getting lost, in a sea of products or information, they're guided towards a single, clear goal. Whether that's making a purchase, signing up for a newsletter, downloading a resource, it's all focused.
Okay, so it's like creating a clear path for them, removing those tempting side streets that might lead them astray, I guess.
Yeah.
I remember working on a landing page for this new tech product, and it was just crammed with jargon. We were so focused on, showcasing all this technical expertise that we completely forgot to speak our customers' language, really. And sales were, well, let's just say they weren't great.
That highlights a crucial point you just made, which is understanding your customer. You need to speak their language, address their pain points, and present your product as, that solution they've been searching for.
We ended up totally revamping that tech landing page, ditched the jargon, focused on the benefits, and you know what? Conversions skyrocketed. It was like night and day.
Yeah, that's the power of a well-crafted landing page. And you have such a limited window to make an impact. Research actually suggests people form an opinion about a website in just 0.05 seconds.
Wait, really? 0.05 seconds? That's less time than it takes to blink. How can we possibly make a good impression in that amount of time?
It's all about those first impressions and those visual cues. Our brains process visual information so quickly that you need to communicate value instantly. So a clear, benefit-focused headline, a visually appealing hero image, these elements work together to create that crucial first impression.
Okay, so we need to grab your attention, make them want to stick around. What about trust, though? I know I've hesitated to buy things online before if a site just felt sketchy or untrustworthy.
You're absolutely right. Building trust is paramount, especially in the world of e-commerce. That's where those trust signals come in. Things like reviews, testimonials, security badges, money-back guarantees. These work wonders in reducing that purchase anxiety.
Yeah, it's like that sigh of relief you feel when you walk into a well-lit store and the staff is friendly. You instantly feel more comfortable and more willing to browse.
Yeah.
Trust signals, it's like they do the same thing online. They provide that extra layer of reassurance.
Exactly. Now, when it comes to actually creating these Shopify landing pages, you have several methods to choose from.
Okay, before we get into that, I know some of our listeners might be thinking, hold on, creating a landing page sounds a little complicated, especially if coding is involved. Could you give us a rundown of the methods, maybe some advice on choosing the best one based on our skill level and our needs?
Absolutely. Let's start with the simplest approach, using Shopify's native page creation tools. This is super user-friendly. You basically select a template and just add your content.
That sounds pretty straightforward. Are there any limitations, though, to using that method?
Well, it's great for those simple landing pages, but you are going to have limited customization options. And you might end up with your store's navigation and footer on the page, which can distract from your goal, really. So if you need more control, more flexibility, you'll want to consider other options.
Okay, so what's the next step up then? What if we want a truly standalone landing page, without those distractions?
That's where custom development with Liquid comes in. Liquid is Shopify's templating language, and it gives you complete control over your landing page's design and functionality. However, it does require coding knowledge.
Yeah, coding can be a bit intimidating for some people.
Yeah.
Is there a middle ground, something that offers more control than the basic page creator, but doesn't involve becoming like a coding wizard or anything?
Absolutely. That's where third-party landing page builders come in. There are tons of fantastic apps on the Shopify App Store like Shogun, Pagefly, and Gem Pages, and these offer drag-and-drop interfaces and pre-designed templates, so you can create professional-looking landing pages without writing a single line of code.
Okay, so we've got options for everyone from like beginners to coding experts. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Now, once we've chosen our method and we're like ready to start building, what are the essential elements that every high-converting landing page needs?
Remember that 0.05-second window we talked about?
Yeah.
Your headline is crucial. It needs to grab attention and clearly communicate the value proposition. We're talking benefit-focused, clear, directly addressing what the visitor's looking for.
No vague headlines then. Hit them with the main benefit right away. What about the text?
Your supporting headline, that should elaborate on the main benefit or maybe address a specific pain point. Then you've got your body copy, which needs to be concise, scannable, and focus on benefits over features. And of course, a strong action-oriented call to action is crucial.
Right, because ultimately we want them to, do something. Buy, sign up, download, whatever that goal is. Okay, so we've got the words down. What about the visual side of things? How do we make sure that our landing page is visually appealing?
Visuals are super powerful. High-quality images, videos that showcase your product in action or maybe illustrate the key benefit, they can dramatically impact that conversion rate.
It's all about creating that emotional connection, right? I love how Beer Brand does this on their landing pages. They use like these authentic lifestyle photos that really capture, the beard grooming lifestyle. You instantly want to be part of that world.
Yeah, their visuals are a fantastic example. It's not just about showing the product. It's about showing the desired outcome, like the transformation that your product provides. And don't underestimate the power of video. Product demonstrations, customer testimonials, explainer videos, they can be super effective.
Yeah, videos are so engaging. I always feel like I get a much better understanding of, a product after watching a quick video. It's like having a virtual salesperson right there on the page.
Absolutely. And another key ingredient for success is social proof. People are just more likely to buy something if they see that others have already done it and are happy with their purchase. So, sprinkle those reviews, testimonials, user statistics throughout your landing page.
It's that feeling when, like, you're looking for a new restaurant and you see it has, like, hundreds of 5-star reviews. You're instantly more inclined to try it. It's the same principle online, right?
Exactly. And those authentic reviews, especially with photos, can significantly boost your credibility. And remember, people can spot fake reviews a mile away, and those can actually, damage your brand.
Yeah, authenticity is so key. And speaking of things that build trust, we can't forget about mobile responsiveness. Everyone's glued to their phones these days. And if a landing page isn't optimized for mobile, it's just a major turnoff.
I completely agree. With over 60% of online shopping now happening on mobile devices, you need to ensure that your landing page looks great and functions perfectly on those smaller screens. Make sure your buttons are, touch-friendly, the content's streamlined, the forms are easy to fill out on a mobile device. Always test your landing page on multiple devices before you launch it.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely experienced the frustration of like trying to navigate a poorly designed mobile site, endless scrolling, those tiny buttons, the content cut off. It's enough to make you abandon the page altogether.
Absolutely. A negative mobile experience equals lost sales. Now, let's move on to the step-by-step process of optimizing that landing page. From pre-launch to those ongoing improvements, this is where things can feel like overwhelming. But we're going to break it down into manageable steps.
Perfect. I know this is where a lot of people get stuck. It's easy to get lost in the details and lose sight of the big picture.
Before you even launch your landing page, you need to define your goal. What specific action do you want visitors to take? This is going to guide all your design and content decisions.
Okay, so it's like having a destination in mind before you, set off on a road trip. You need to know where you're going to plan the best route.
Perfect analogy. Once you have that goal, research your target audience. Understand their needs, their pain points, their language. The more you know about them, the better you can tailor your landing page to resonate with them.
It makes sense. It's like, speaking different languages. You wouldn't try to sell winter coats to people living in a tropical paradise.
Oh, that's right.
You need to tailor your message to the audience you're trying to reach.
Exactly. Next, create a wireframe. Basically, a sketch of your landing page layout and content hierarchy. Think about how you want to guide the visitor's eye, where to place your call to action, how to present that information.
So it's like creating a blueprint for the page.
There.
I like that. It helps to have a clear visual plan before you start building. What's next?
Next comes writing that compelling copy. Remember, focus on benefits, not features. Tell a story, highlight the transformation that your product provides, and use language that resonates with your audience. Don't forget that strong call to action that tells visitors what to do next.
Got it. Benefits, storytelling, clear call to action. It's all about subtly guiding them towards that desired outcome.
Yeah.
And of course, we can't forget those all-important visuals.
Ideally, you want to gather or create your visual assets before you start building. This includes product photos, lifestyle images, logos, trust badges, anything that visually communicates your message and reinforces your brand identity.
Okay, so we've got our blueprint, we've got our compelling copy, and our visual arsenal. Now it's time to actually build the landing page. Which method should we choose?
Choose the method that best aligns with your skill set and the complexity of your landing page. So, native Shopify pages, custom development with Liquid, or a third-party landing page builder. Each has its pros and cons, so choose wisely.
Got it. Before we launch, we need to make sure we've got all our tracking in place, right?
Absolutely. Make sure that your analytics and conversion tracking are set up properly so you can, measure the performance of your landing page and gather that valuable data. Tools like Google Analytics are essential.
Right, because data is everything. We need to know what's working, what's not working, so we can continually optimize and improve our results.
Exactly. And before launching, conduct some, pre-launch testing. Check the functionality across different devices, different browsers, ensure that all links and buttons are working correctly, and get some feedback from others to ensure everything is clear and easy to understand.
It's like the final dress rehearsal before the big show. Okay, so we've launched our landing page. What's next?
Now the real learning begins. It's time to analyze your initial data, gather feedback, and identify those areas for improvement.
So we're not just setting it and forgetting it. It's an ongoing process of analysis and optimization.
Precisely. And a crucial aspect of this process is optimizing the above-the-fold content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What visitors see immediately when they land on your page.
Yeah, that first impression is so critical. What should we keep in mind when we're optimizing that above-the-fold section?
Your primary headline, front and center, clearly communicating that value proposition. Your supporting headline and your hero image or video should reinforce that message. Your primary call to action should be prominent and easy to find. And don't forget about those trust indicators. A few well-placed testimonials or maybe some security badges can go a long way.
So clarity, visual appeal, and a clear path to action, all delivered within that crucial 0.05-second window.
Exactly. And remember, the fold can vary depending on the device. What's visible on a desktop might require scrolling on a mobile device, so design with the smallest screen in mind first.
Right. Mobile optimization, it's crucial. We can't afford to alienate those mobile visitors.
Absolutely. Another critical factor, both above and below the fold, is page speed. Studies show that even a 1-second delay in page load time can lead to a significant drop in conversions.
I know I'm guilty of abandoning slow-loading websites. Nobody has time for that these days.
Right. So optimize your images, compress them without sacrificing quality, use lazy loading techniques to defer loading images that aren't immediately visible, minimize those HTTP requests, enable browser caching, consider using a content delivery network or CDN to distribute your content more efficiently.
So it's all about streamlining the technical side of things to make those pages load lightning fast. What about A/B testing? I know that's a crucial part of optimization as well.
Absolutely. A/B testing is the scientific approach to landing page optimization. It allows you to test different versions of your page and see which one performs better based on real data.
So it's like running controlled experiments to see what resonates best with our audience. What are some key elements that we should be testing?
You can test headlines, calls to action, hero images, pricing presentation, social proof, form fields. The possibilities are endless. Start with a clear hypothesis, change one element at a time, and track your results carefully.
Okay, test one thing at a time, track the data, and let the numbers guide our decisions. I like that. It takes the guesswork out of optimization.
Exactly. And remember to be patient. A/B testing requires time and data to yield statistically significant results. Don't jump to conclusions too quickly or or make changes based on, just gut feelings alone.
Solid advice. Data-driven decisions for the win. Before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to touch on some common landing page mistakes we should all try to avoid.
Learning what not to do can be just as valuable as learning what to do. One of the most common mistakes is having a cluttered layout. When there's just too much going on, it overwhelms visitors, and it makes it harder for them to focus on that main message, on the call to action.
It's like visual noise, right? It distracts from the main event.
Exactly. Another common mistake is neglecting the mobile experience. As we discussed, a poorly designed mobile landing page can just kill those conversion rates. And those slow loading times, another major culprit. People just have zero patience for websites that, take forever to load.
Yeah, I totally agree. Keep it clean, mobile friendly, and fast. What about the content? What are some common content mistakes that people make?
One of the biggest mistakes is focusing on features instead of those benefits. Remember, people don't care about, technical specs. They care about how your product will improve their lives.
Right. So instead of saying this camera has like 108 megapixels, we should say something like, capture those stunning professional quality photos that will make your memories last a lifetime.
Exactly. Paint a picture of that desired outcome. Another mistake is using vague value propositions, statements that are so generic they could apply to any product. For example, saying something like, our product is the best, doesn't tell the visitor anything specific or compelling.
Got it. Be specific, benefit-focused, and avoid those empty, generic claims. What else should we be watch out for?
Avoid industry jargon unless you're targeting a highly technical audience. Ensure that your landing page content aligns with the message in your ads or emails. Any disconnect will just confuse visitors. And finally, don't forget to address those common objections. Anticipate their questions, their concerns, and proactively address them on your landing page.
So if we're selling like a high-ticket item, we might want to include a section on financing options or really highlight that money-back guarantee.
Exactly. By anticipating their concerns, you'll build trust and make them feel more comfortable moving forward with, with their purchase.
All right, we've covered a lot in this first part of our deep dive into those Shopify landing pages. We've explored the psychology behind those high-converting pages, looked at those essential elements, and discussed, that step-by-step optimization process.
It's been jam-packed with information. What's coming up in part 2? We'll be analyzing some successful Shopify landing page examples, discussing industry-specific best practices, and exploring some advanced strategies to take your landing pages to the next level.
Ooh, can't wait. And don't forget, this deep dive is powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you to run smart discount campaigns on your store. Test it for free on your Shopify store. Just land on the Shopify App Store now and test it for free. We'll see you in part 2. All right, so we've covered the building blocks of a high-converting landing page. Now I'm curious to see these principles in action. Do you have any examples of Shopify brands that are really knocking it out of the park with their landing pages?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at how some successful brands are implementing these strategies. First up, let's talk about Beard Brand. They've done a fantastic job of creating product-specific landing pages that really resonate with their target audience.
I've heard great things about Beard Brand. What are they doing that's so effective?
They nail the clarity aspect we discussed. Their headlines are clear, benefit-focused, and speak directly to what their customers are looking for. You know instantly whether you're in the right place, whether you're looking for beard oil, mustache wax, or a complete grooming kit.
It's more than just selling products, right? It's about tapping into a lifestyle, that sense of confidence and style that comes with a well-groomed beard.
Exactly. Their visuals reinforce this beautifully. They use high-quality lifestyle photography featuring real people, not models, which adds authenticity and makes the brand feel more relatable. You can really see the textures and the impact of the products, and it makes you want to be a part of that world.
And it's not just about pretty pictures, right? They also leverage social proof effectively.
Absolutely. They incorporate lots of detailed, authentic reviews from verified customers, which builds trust and credibility. They go even further by addressing common questions and concerns with a comprehensive FAQ section. It's like they've anticipated every possible question a customer might have.
It sounds like they've really thought of everything. Okay, so Beard Brand is all about clear messaging, aspirational visuals, social proof, and anticipating customer needs. What's another brand that's doing things right?
Let's switch gears and talk about Pretty Litter. They revolutionized the cat litter market with their health monitoring formula that changes color based on your cat's urine, alerting you to potential health issues early on.
Wow, health monitoring cat litter. That's pretty innovative. How do they communicate this unique value proposition on their landing pages?
Their subscription landing pages are masterclasses in clarity and problem solving. They use a very clever problem solution format. They start by addressing the anxieties all cat owners face. Is my cat healthy? Is there something wrong I'm not seeing? And then present Pretty Litter as the answer.
It's like they're speaking directly to the heart of every cat parent's worries.
They back up their claims with strong visuals, close-up shots of the litter changing color. This makes the concept easy to grasp and immediately showcases the value and peace of mind their product offers.
I love that they're not just telling, they're showing. Visuals can be so impactful when it comes to explaining complex ideas or demonstrating a product's benefits. Are there other techniques Pretty Litter uses that we can learn from?
Definitely. They build trust with clear displays of trust badges and a money-back guarantee, essential for any subscription service. They also create a sense of urgency with limited-time offers and streamline the subscription process with clear pricing and a user-friendly sign-up flow.
So they're ticking all the boxes for a high-converting landing page. A clear value proposition, a problem-solving approach, compelling visuals, trust signals, and a smooth user experience. I'm noticing a pattern here. What's our final case study?
For our final example, let's step into the world of sustainable footwear with Allbirds. They're known for their comfortable, eco-friendly shoes made from natural materials, and their landing pages beautifully reflect their commitment to sustainability.
Allbirds are a great example of a brand that walks the walk, so to speak. What strategies do they use on their landing pages to effectively communicate their brand values?
Their design aesthetic is clean, minimalist, and very on-brand. It puts the focus squarely on their products. They seamlessly integrate their sustainability messaging into the design and copy, which resonates strongly with their target audience of eco-conscious consumers.
It's not just about selling shoes. It's about promoting a more mindful approach to consumption.
Exactly. They also invest in high-quality product photography, showcasing their shoes from multiple angles and using zoom functionality to highlight the materials and craftsmanship. They provide detailed information about the materials and comfort features, helping to justify the price point for discerning shoppers.
Transparency and detail are so important, especially when selling products that are positioned as premium or sustainable. Customers want to know what they're paying for and how their purchase aligns with their values. What are the techniques are they using?
Like our previous examples, Allbirds leverage the power of social proof, featuring authentic customer reviews directly on their landing pages. They've also thought carefully about common concerns for online shoe shoppers' sizing and address this by offering detailed size guides to help people find the perfect fit.
That's such a smart approach. It eliminates a major pain point for customers and it helps to reduce returns, which is a win-win for everyone.
Right. Now, as we wrap up our analysis of these successful brands, I'm curious to hear what stands out to you. Are there any common themes or takeaways that resonate with you?
Definitely. It's clear that all of these brands have a deep understanding of their target audience. They know what their customers care about, what their pain points are, and what language resonates with them. This allows them to create landing pages that feel personalized and speak directly to their needs and desires.
I agree. That's a crucial insight. And they all prioritize clarity, both in their messaging and their design. There's no clutter or confusion. They use visuals strategically to tell a story and make it incredibly easy for visitors to understand what they're offering and what action to take. They've mastered the art of guiding visitors towards the desired outcome without any unnecessary friction.
It's inspiring to see how these brands are putting all of these principles into practice. It seems like they've cracked the code for landing page success.
They've certainly set a high bar. Now, while we've gleaned some fantastic insights from these specific examples, are there any broader industry-specific best practices that we should keep in mind? Is there a way to tailor our approach based on the type of products or services we're offering?
That's a great question. I'm sure different industries have their own nuances and expectations. How can we ensure our landing pages are optimized for our specific niche?
That's an important consideration. Let's dive into some industry-specific best practices that can help you fine-tune your landing pages for maximum impact. For example, if you're in the fashion and apparel industry, visual appeal is paramount. You'll want to include multiple product images showcasing the garment from different angles, and ideally, show how it looks on a variety of body types.
That makes so much sense. In fashion, it's all about seeing how the clothes look and fit in real life.
Exactly. Detailed size guides are also essential in the fashion world, as are clear descriptions of the fabric, material, and care instructions. Don't forget to highlight any special features or unique selling points that differentiate your apparel.
It's all about giving customers the information they need to make an informed decision and feel confident about their purchase.
Now, let's say you're in the beauty and skincare industry. Before and after images can be incredibly powerful for demonstrating product effectiveness.
I'm always drawn to those dramatic before and after photos. They're very persuasive.
Ingredient transparency is also essential in skincare. Clearly list the ingredients and their benefits, address skin type compatibility, and showcase proper application techniques. If you have endorsements from dermatologists or have won any awards or certifications, highlight those prominently.
It's all about building trust and credibility, especially when it comes to products that people are putting on their skin.
Absolutely. Now, subscription-based businesses have their own unique set of challenges. It's crucial to clearly explain the subscription process, emphasize the flexibility and ease of cancellation, and provide transparent pricing comparisons for different subscription tiers.
Subscription fatigue is a real thing. People want to know what they're signing up for and feel confident that they can easily modify or cancel their subscription if needed.
Right. It's all about building trust and reducing any perceived risk associated with a recurring payment. Unboxing videos can also be very effective for subscription boxes. They give potential customers a sneak peek into the experience and create excitement.
I love those unboxing videos. They always make me want to subscribe.
And don't forget about customer retention statistics. If you have a high customer retention rate, showcase it. It's a testament to the value and quality of your subscription service. Now, let's talk about high-ticket items. These require an even greater emphasis on building trust and providing comprehensive information.
What are some strategies that work well for high-ticket products?
Go above and beyond with your product descriptions, providing detailed specifications, benefits, and use cases. Comparison charts that highlight how your product stacks up against the competition can be very persuasive. And don't be shy about showcasing testimonials and case studies from satisfied customers.
Those real-life stories can be incredibly convincing, especially for those who are hesitant to invest a significant amount of money. What else can we do to build trust and encourage conversions for high-ticket items?
Offer virtual consultations or demos to allow potential customers to experience your product firsthand and get their questions answered. And make sure your warranty return policies are clearly stated and easy to find.
It's all about reducing that perceived risk and making customers feel comfortable making a larger investment.
Exactly. So the key takeaway here is that while there are fundamental best practices for landing pages, you also need to consider the specific expectations and concerns of your target audience within your particular industry. Now, launching your landing page is just the first step. The real work begins after you hit publish.
That's right, the journey doesn't end there. How do we keep our landing pages performing at their best and adapt to changing trends and customer behavior? I'm eager to learn about those ongoing analysis and optimization techniques you mentioned earlier. What are some key things we should be focusing on? All right, so we've covered the foundations of high-converting landing pages, looked at some inspiring examples, and even explored industry-specific best practices. Now I'm ready to take things up a notch. What about those advanced techniques you mentioned earlier? I'm eager to learn how to really fine-tune our landing pages and squeeze every last drop of conversion potential out of them.
That's the spirit. Let's dive into the world of advanced landing page strategies. We'll start with personalization, which is all about tailoring the experience to make each visitor feel like you're speaking directly to them. It's about creating those aha moments where they think, wow, this is exactly what I've been looking for.
Personalization sounds incredibly powerful, but it always seems a bit daunting. Is it really worth the effort? How much of an impact can it actually have?
The data speaks for itself. Studies have shown that personalized experiences can increase conversion rates by up to 70%. That's a significant uplift you don't want to leave on the table. And it's not as complicated as you might think. There are some simple yet effective ways to start incorporating personalization into your landing pages.
70%. Okay, you've got my attention. What are some easy ways to dip our toes into the world of personalization?
One approach is to personalize based on the visitor's traffic source. Someone arriving from a Facebook ad might be looking for something different than someone who found your page through a Google search. By recognizing where they're coming from, you can tailor the message and even the offer to better align with their intent.
That makes a lot of sense. We're essentially adapting our message to meet them where they are in their journey.
Hmm.
What other personalization tactics can we use?
Another effective strategy is to acknowledge returning visitors. You can welcome them back with a personalized message, showcase products they've viewed before, or offer them a special discount. These gestures show that you value their engagement and make them feel like more than just another anonymous visitor.
It's like that warm, fuzzy feeling you get when your favorite barista remembers your name and your usual order. It creates a sense of connection and loyalty.
Exactly. Personalization can also be based on geographic location. You can adjust the language, currency, and even product recommendations to match the visitor's region. It's all about creating a more relevant and localized experience.
So if someone is browsing from Paris, we might present them with a landing page in French, featuring euro pricing and showcasing products that are particularly popular in France.
Precisely. And as you become more comfortable with personalization, you can explore more sophisticated techniques. Using cookies to track user behavior allows you to adjust the content they see based on their past interactions with your website. You can recommend products based on their browsing history, offer discounts on items they've previously added to their cart, or simply tailor the messaging to reflect their preferences.
It's like having a personal shopper for each visitor, guiding them toward the products and offers that are most likely to resonate with them. That's amazing.
Now let's move on to another powerful set of tools: psychological triggers. These are subtle cues that tap into our innate human tendencies and influence our decision-making. By understanding these triggers, we can gently nudge visitors toward taking action.
Psychological triggers. I'm intrigued. This sounds like we're getting into some Jedi mind tricks. What are some examples of these triggers, and how can we use them ethically and effectively?
One of the most potent triggers is scarcity. When we perceive something as scarce or limited, our desire for it increases. Think about limited edition products, exclusive offers, or time-sensitive deals. By highlighting the limited availability of something, we create a sense of urgency and encourage people to act quickly.
It's the classic fear of missing out, right? We've all been there.
Exactly. And speaking of urgency, that's another powerful psychological trigger. Deadlines and limited time offers create a sense of urgency that can push people off the fence and into action. Think about flash sales, countdown timers, or early bird discounts. These tactics create a sense that time is running out, motivating people to seize the opportunity before it's gone.
I've definitely been swayed by those countdown timers ticking away on a product page. They create a sense of excitement and urgency that's hard to resist.
Another classic trigger is social proof. We tend to look to others for guidance, especially when making decisions. Testimonials, reviews, user statistics, and social media endorsements all leverage the power of social proof. If people see that others are happy with a product or service, they're more likely to try it themselves.
It's that feeling of, hey, if everyone else is doing it, it must be good.
Precisely. Then we have the principle of reciprocity. When someone gives us something, we feel obligated to give something back. This can be as simple as offering a free guide, a discount balloon, or exclusive content in exchange for their email address. By providing value up front, you increase the likelihood of a conversion down the line.
It's like the classic free gift with purchase tactic. Everyone loves a little bonus.
Another powerful trigger is commitment and consistency. People are more likely to follow through with a larger request if they've already agreed to a smaller one. This is why getting visitors to take small actions like signing up for a newsletter or downloading a free guide can increase the chances of them making a purchase later on.
So it's about building a relationship and gradually increasing the level of commitment.
Exactly. And finally, we have the principle of authority. People are more likely to trust and be persuaded by someone they perceive as an expert or authority figure. This is why showcasing testimonials from industry experts, highlighting awards or certifications, or featuring endorsements from influential figures can be so effective.
It's about borrowing credibility and building trust by associating your brand with respected voices in your industry.
Now let's explore another advanced strategy: multi-step landing pages. Instead of presenting all the information and the call to action up front, you guide the visitor through a series of steps, gradually revealing information and building momentum toward the desired outcome.
Multi-step landing pages. I'm curious to hear more about how these work. It sounds like a way to break down the conversion process into smaller, more manageable steps.
Exactly. One approach is called progressive disclosure. You start by presenting just enough information to pique their interest, and then gradually reveal more details as they click through, keeping them engaged and preventing information overload.
I like that. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure story, keeping them intrigued and wanting to see what happens next.
Another approach is using multi-step forms. Instead of presenting a long, intimidating form, you bring it down into smaller, more digestible steps. This makes the process feel less daunting and increases the likelihood of completion.
It's like that psychological trick of breaking down a big task into smaller, more manageable chunks.
Exactly. And for products or services that require more explanation or customization, quiz-based landing pages can be incredibly effective. You ask the visitor a series of questions to understand their needs and preferences, and then recommend the perfect product or solution tailored to their specific situation.
It's like having a virtual sales assistant, guiding them through the process, helping them make the best choice for their needs.
Now, it's important to remember that these advanced strategies, personalization, psychological triggers, and multi-step landing pages are most effective when combined with a strong foundation of landing page best practices.
Right, so it's not about throwing every trick in the book at our landing pages. It's about strategically incorporating these advanced techniques on top of a well-designed, user-friendly page that follows those core principles we've discussed throughout this deep dive.
Exactly. It's all about layering and refinement. Now, as we wrap up our exploration of Shopify landing pages, I want to leave our listeners with a few key takeaways to remember. Creating high converting landing pages is about understanding your audience, presenting your message clearly and concisely, and continually testing and refining your approach. And don't forget those trust signals. They can really make a difference in establishing credibility and encouraging those conversions.
Absolutely. It's been such a fascinating deep dive into the world of landing page optimization. I feel like I've learned so much, and I'm excited to start putting all these strategies into action.
That's fantastic to hear. And remember, don't be afraid to experiment and get creative. Find what works best for your brand and your audience.
And don't forget, this deep dive was powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you to run smart discount campaigns on your store. Test it for free on your Shopify store. Just head over to the Shopify App Store and test it for free. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into the world of e-commerce.